everyone, welcome to Englishtown, New Jersey. We're here for round number 4 of Formula Drift Pro and round number 2 of Prospec. So we have an amazing show here at Inside Clips for you. Thank you so much for joining us. There's been a lot of comments online about Englishtown, New Jersey being just a figure-8 track. But gang, it's so much more than that. Orlando winner Dylan Hughes told me that Englishtown is technical because not only are all turns off camber, but drivers cross the raised drag strip multiple times. So starting from the beginning, drivers have full grip on the entry. Drivers transfer over that raised drag strip into outside zone 2 and the track starts to fall away and drivers have to pick up the throttle so they don't go into the wall. Oh yeah, and not to mention the final pass over the drag strip with a bounce and an off-camber turn into the concrete wall. So it's a challenging track, no doubt. And Rome Charpentier also spent some time with me before the event and showed me the height difference from one side of the track to the other. So Rome, thank you very much. For round number 2 of Prospec, we had some new faces on the podium and he may have been a little bit shell-shocked, but for his first time clinching 3rd place was rookie Robert Thorne, who knew exactly what was working so well for him.
Car was good this weekend. The team is on it. Having the whole Grid Life crew here for support was super cool this weekend. Of course, we just came off a win with them last weekend. But yeah, seat time for me this weekend. And starting to dial it in at the end. So not perfect, a lot to learn, but feeling really good. I'm really excited to be here.
French-Canadian Tommy Lemaire, who is also referred to as TLO, collected his 2nd ever podium finish and did it while battling through a bunch of challenges, saying this.
So again, we had to battle against the car other than with the car. So we had a mechanical issue last night because of a pothole in the burnout box. We fixed it, but the steering rack we didn't have time to fix it. So unfortunately, we had to go through top 16 to top 4 without power steering. So I'm quite happy with that, but I'm hungry for the next race.
For round 1 of Prospec, our 2-time champ Dmitry Brutsky was knocked out of the top 16 in Orlando. Then, weeks before round 2, he sustained a motocross injury to his shoulder and was seriously considering canceling his participation in the New Jersey event. Despite a tough start to the season, with the unwavering support of his wife Vita and their sons Jacob and Jaden, he focused, put his head down, and fought to the top step of the podium.
I'm okay, I'm just emotional, I'm happy. I got used to the pain. I feel it all the time, constantly. I just try not to do anything crazy, not heavy lifting, and my team, I got the best team in the field and they took care of everything and I was just driving. So luckily I didn't have any loss in power steering, I would be out. And my everything worked so smooth and easy, so I didn't put too much stress on my hand. And yeah, here we are. But like I said, it was just a good feeling and a miracle and testimony for myself that I'm here today and took 1st place. So
dialing in the track and the aggression was eventual 3rd place finisher Chelsea Denofa. Chelsea also provided us with some insight on his Final 4 battle with the eventual winner Travis Reeder, who he said he is so pumped for.
Oh, absolutely. This is the best podium I've ever been a part of, and I'm at the lowest step. So I'm really happy for him. We've been hanging out together and working together forever, learning how to drive together, driving missile cars together all the time, and he's got the car, and he's been able to win, and to see it all line up and get together is like, I'm so happy for him. I'm so pumped. Everything was great. We slowly turned up through the night, and that was kind of the plan, and we ran Osbo, and it really set the tone for us getting the car dialed in. And Reeder had a quick car for our battles, and we turned our car up about as much as we could, and we were able to stay with him, but I just had a small miscalculation on the entry, and it put me too deep, and I was playing catch-up for the whole rest of the lap. So I knew he had it as soon as we finished the run, and we took it all the way.
What about Rome Charpentier? After battling in pro for 3 seasons, this dedicated driver finally made it to the final battle to face Travis Reeder. After sustaining contact, Rome couldn't get his car restarted and was towed back to the pits where Michael Essa, Eric Conkling, members from Dmitry Brutsky's team, and of course Rome Charpentier's devoted guys wrenched on the car for the 10, and then the allotted 5-minute competition timeout. As the clock was clicking down to the final minute, the crew decided to bump start the car, and if you go to Rome's Instagram, he breaks it all down and explains what they think happened. But first, on the way to the podium, we got a few quick words with him.
Dude, I've looked up to this guy for a long time. It is an honor just to drive with him.
That's awesome.
And crazy thing is, 3 years ago, I asked Chelsea, how do I become a pro driver? And he told me to drive 50 days a year. That was 3 years ago. Here we are. And here's the thing too, we didn't know how, we were just worried on the engine, not on like any kind of alignment thing. So the last thing I want to do is throw it in and then run into him and take both of us out. So I was like, let's just make it around the track. But it was awesome.
Amazing night for you?
This guy was on fire, like straight killed it all night.
As a side note, to explain the call and why it went to Reeder after he was assessed fault for the contact the two had near to the finish line, FD boss Ryan Sage explained there was no incomplete assessed. The resulting contact had only a marginal negative effect on Reeder, but he was probably still at a deficit in the overall battle. When Rome decided to go back out with a car that might have been broken, he was putting himself in danger of not being able to compete at the same level as Reeder. Rome's chase run put him too far back from Reeder, which led to a split decision win to Reeder, who had the better overall 2 runs in the eyes of 2 out of the 3 judges. I would imagine that this is probably going to be hard for Rome and his fans to hear, but Rome, doing what he did, could have easily taken the win by not going back out to the line and just showing that his car was unfixable. But, being the legend that he is, got the car started and took the risk anyway. If not for that, he would have won the event because Reeder, from a technical standpoint, would have knocked out Rome from being at fault for the contact. That's not to take anything away from the hard-charging and still in disbelief the always humble Pacific Northwest driver, Travis Reeder, who not only took his first ever steps on the pro podium, but his first ever win after chasing that carbon fiber trophy for 4 seasons. Soaking up the moment, Travis was able to explain what was working so well for him in New Jersey.
Honestly, like, the boys got a car that was so fast and controllable at the same time, and they just instilled the confidence in me to have a level head, and the mental game in the sport is unbelievable, and that is 120% of this sport is just your mental game. So honestly, all weekend I've been cool as a fan, and I've never had that before, and I honestly that's got to be just a combination of everything, meshing well with the boys, the car working, and just me being able to just breathe and chill out. And I haven't eaten anything all day because I've been chugging waters and had a couple protein bars. That was it. I don't know what it is. I'm chilling.
You won!
I know!
Let it sink in!
Why are you telling me to take a breath? I don't want to.
Take a breath! You won!
We're so grateful you've joined us here at Inside Clips, and we'll see you for round number 3 of Prospec and round number 5 of Pro outside of St. Louis, Missouri, July 14th through the 16th. Go to formuladcom to buy your tickets, and we sure hope to see you there.